In our new monthly series, Say It Forward, we find extraordinary women to tell their stories in the hopes of inspiring others. Today, we have someone truly remarkable, a woman I know and love. History-making, barrier-breaking, trailblazing. With humble beginnings in Grenada to the halls of Parliament, the Honourable Jean Augustine became the first African-Canadian woman to be elected to Canada's House of Commons.
That this House take note of the important contribution of Black Canadians to the settlement, growth and development of Canada.
It is because she championed legislation that we now know February as Black History Month in Canada. Education and social activism have been her North Star. From nanny to teacher and politician, she has changed the path for women and women of color in this country. And it is our extreme honor to have her here on Cityline today. Welcome, Honourable Jean Augustine. We have shared many a table. I've introduced you for countless awards. It is just nice to have you in our space today. I want to know about your journey, your path in finding your voice in politics, your path to being the first African-Canadian member of Parliament, your path to being the one that made sure Black History Month is celebrated every February. It's been 27 years now, all because of you. Talk to me about that journey.
Well, Tracy, I'm so very pleased to be with you on this Cityline and to be part of your series. To talk about how I got my political voice and how I got engaged in politics, I think it's important for me to go back to Happy Hill, St. George's, Grenada, where I grew up in an environment with lots of young cousins and others, friends like myself. That voice started in Happy Hill, continued through my servitude here as a nanny, continued through my involvement in the education system, continued through my concern for community, my concern for women, my concern for fairness and justice, and my concern for inclusion, ensuring that we were all included. And so when I was asked to become or to be the candidate, it took me many tries before as most women, you know, you have to be asked, you have to be coaxed, you had to be shown the reason why, because I kept saying, no, I'm not a politician. I am not, I'm not someone who can be out there. I see myself as a strategist and I see myself as a policy person. But then when I did say yes, I looked around, there were no one who had gone ahead of me as a Black woman that I can look to see the trails that she had set. And so I had to begin to find my own way to use the voice that I had developed up to that point and to participate with the fire in my belly to make sure that those things I wanted to see happen for myself, my children, for the community, that we can see that in policy and in legislation.
It's pretty amazing. And you mentioned the children, and I've got to ask you this because so many of us rely on you to be a mentor. What advice do you have for young girls that are watching you and they're seeing your journey, particularly young girls of color?
Well, I say go for it, Tracy. I think that each person has a dream. Each person should set goals for themselves. Don't be deterred by your present circumstance, because in Happy Hill, I was sitting on the floor in the church or sitting on the floor in the classroom. And yet at the same time, where I was at the time did not keep me bound to where I was. My vision, my potential, what I wanted to see happen in my life was way beyond that. And so I said, dream big, go for your dreams. Find a mentor, find someone that you can confide in and who can help you to reach that place. And as my grandmother used to say, girl, yes, you can. Go for it. And I say to young girls, especially to Black young girls, don't let the microaggression, the prejudicial things, whatever there is in the society hold you back. You have strengths, you have potential, go for it.
Well, you know, go for it is the message I think we all need to hear, because it's not easy. And so you're not saying it's not that it's easy. It's go for it anyways. And I love that message. And I love the fact that now we can add movie star to your list. So let us talk about Steadfast, The Messenger and the Message, a documentary film. And it's a heartwarming story of your life and all of your achievements, Honourable Jean Augustine, which is incredible. But what was it like sitting back and watching your story? What did that feel like?
Well, you have been you're in the media, and you know what it is to see yourself reflected back. And so as I sat there, I tried not to focus on my flaw or on anything that would be kind of self criticism. But I looked at it, and I hope that what everyone would see is the immigrant story, the coming to Canada, the difficulties, the things that are put in one's way that could deter the full participation of individual in the society, the push forward, the community and collaboration and partnership and working with others to make sure that things happen. So I hope that everyone who watches the story would see not so much my story, but the immigrant story, and can see themselves reflected in some way with the struggle to get ahead, the struggle for promotional opportunities, the struggle for full participation in every aspect of the society, the struggle to make sure that what we do and what we all should be doing is recognizing that diversity is our strength, and that we have to make sure that no one stays in the margin, and that inclusion has to be exactly where we're all heading in this society. And that's what I'm about.
Well, I have to say that reflection and the fact that you reflect so many of us has always been the absolute truth. You know, before I knew you and I just saw you, it was always a reflection of what I felt my parents had gone through, my aunts and uncles had gone through, and it showed you that the sky is the limit. You just keep pushing forward. So thank you so much. I'm so happy you're finally with us today in studio, and we are so honored by your presence. And to everyone watching at home, I want to let you know that if you know a remarkable woman you want to see featured in our Say It Forward series, tell us, email us at submissions@cityline.tv. We need to give women like the Honourable Jean Augustine all of their flowers.